Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're out on the bike again. It is the early stages of February today in live time, and we arguably have got an absolutely fantastic day of riding ahead of us. I'm flying with my wingman Rich is back with me today, and we're up in the beautiful Yorkshire Dales, as you can well see. So yes, this is one of those few times when you're trail riding where you most definitely have a little bit of a knot in your stomach and a little bit of a lump in your throat. Okay, so as I say, I don't know how far up we're going to get, but we'll certainly give it our best shot. It certainly was challenging coming down, let alone going up. So, in fine biking buddies fashion, as always, grab yourself a brew, grab yourself a beer, strap yourselves in folks, and come with us on this week's Biking Buddies Motovlog. Let's QVT.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure?
Okay, so that is the titles out the way. Let me explain what we're up to in today's video. Well, we're up on the Dales, as you can see. It's an absolutely beautiful day. I'm out with my mate Richie, as I said there, and we're going to put a little bit of adventure into the adventure bike ADV sector here. Those of you that know the area, you will certainly see that we're coming over towards Helmets Tea Garden. Then we have the infamous Goats Road, so effectively it's the same river that we cross, once downstream and once a little bit further upstream. Okay, so a few gates to circumnavigate today as well. There are only two of us, so it is very much on and off the bike scenario as we go. So it is quite wild and barren, as you can see. A little bit windswept today. You won't be able to pick that one up on the GoPro for sure. What a beautiful isolated little place this is though. It's a shame the GoPro never picks up this severity, this descent, but I mean, man alive, this is one steep drop. Now from where I'm standing, the water doesn't actually look that bad. It's clear, which is one thing for a start. Ordinarily it's quite murky brown when it's all stirred up. So it's got a bit of an awkward turn, this one, and a very tight gate. Okay, farewell Helwith. That was interesting as always. For me, I think the water level was just a little bit too deep, a little bit too fast flowing on an ADV bike. And unlike we wrecked it in the summer last year and went across, we've had so much rain of late that the riverbed itself down there was actually full of very round and irregular boulders, whereas in the summer it was virtually a flat riverbed, so there would have been no dramas. So tiny road section to do, and then we're over to Goats Road. That one is much deeper than Helwith, so for me I think it's definitely going to be the portage. Okay, so this is the descent to Goats now. I have been told across the TRF forum that there's been quite a bit of regrading going on down here, and certainly looking at this entrance trail, it certainly looks that way. There's lots of loose rubble, so it's probably the same on the way back up the other side, which kind of will be okay in one respect, but in another less so. It was very steppy, as it were, lots of limestone steps, very slippy. Yeah, lots of regrading, very loose. It's going to make traction on the other side quite interesting. There's our bridge down at the bottom, and there's the water crossing to boot as well. Man, this is loose. How loose is your goose? Whoa. Yeah, just incredibly loose. Morning! I'll get the gate for you. Okie doke. Deep enough. I mean, these enduro bikes, couple of dabs there. Whoa! Whoa! Up! Come on, son.
Yes. Wet feet.
Are you on your own?
Yeah.
Right, I'll get the gate. Right up to the top. Wowzers, yeah, comparable to last time, that is. Chalk and cheese easy. Wow, thanks for that, Rich. Thanks, that, buddy. Right, up and out on goats now. Hot now. Can't actually see for the sun. I think that looks like a tree down. Yeah. Wowzers. Certainly is proving interesting, that's for sure. Well, we said we were going to put a bit of adventure in the adventure ride. Listen, that wheel's spinning up. And that's certainly what we've done today. Wowzers. Enjoyable, challenging and good. So straight away, yeah, we just come out of these very narrow-headed valleys up into the tops of the Dales again, and we're riding across these beautiful plateaus. Quite a gentle nature in the trail here, but don't let that fool you. We've got quite a gnarly descent when we get to Framington Edge. It drops like a stone for not very long before it levels off a little bit, and yes, it's very rocky, very loose, and it can be quite taxing on big heavy bikes. Okay, so here we are right at the top of Framington Edge. Let's just take a little look towards the edge of the edge, and this is what I was talking about with the limestone pavement or the limestone plateau. We're pretty much just slightly above that, and then if you look down here you can see this ridge-esque that runs all the way along the length of the valley. We're going to drop off the face here. This isn't too bad, it gets very steep down there when we go over the ledge, and then we level off and we have a lovely traverse down into Swaledale. And it is absolutely fantastic to be up here on a day like today. A little bit breezy, so I do apologise for the noise, but yeah, let's get ourselves dispatched and get down Framington Edge. Okay, so we'll not bother with mirror cam. Wow, that wind, purely because of where we are. But yeah, look at this. This is the bit that isn't too bad in terms of grip levels, but it certainly does get quite loose, and you can see how rocky and steppy this is. That wind is just wanting to ping me off to the side here. The sense of elevation, particularly with the wind as well today, is just something else. Look at that for a drop off to my immediate right. And we just got to pick our way through the boulders. Of course, this will put us in good stead because we're also going to come down Deadman's, or that's the general intention today, is to get ourselves down Deadman's Hill. I'll certainly have a look at it. And there we are. That's pretty much the steep sections, or the loose sections, done. There's another steep bit just before a gate, Ironically, not where you want to get. What a beautiful, beautiful part of the world, and just having access to this is incredible. Yeah, this is the other loose-ish kind of section. Just where that limestone pavement shows through again, and we drop ourselves down. And we're pretty much down now. We just pick up a little bit of levelling on the track. And onto a couple of gentle trails, and then we're going to climb up the very loose Summer Lodge. This is the old boy we've been gate frogging with, leapfrogging with the gate duty. Cheers, buddy. And that's us down on the metalled road. And this is the approach to the aptly named Summer Lodge. Summer Lodge is actually the name of the building. I believe it's a holiday let that the farm has released. Bit of water here. And yeah, it's indicative that you dip into the shade here, just the severity, the steepness of the valley. This little brook to our left, incidentally, is normally just a tiny little babble. There's a fair volume of water running through there. And we just tiptoe our way through. There we are, Summer Lodge Farm. Tiptoe our way through the farm, just to show a little bit of respect. And then here we are at the foot of the very loose and very steep Summer Lodge. Ooh, I just gauged to perfection, I'd like to think. I would like to think. Are you alright if I just head up? And here we go. It is very much a momentum hill, this one. Just keep your eyes forwards. Whoa! And that's it, I think we're up. Famous last words. We're into the slippy limestone. And there we are, we're up. The first half of Summer Lodge done, second half now. Richie's got the lead. The second half isn't as bad as the first in terms of severity, albeit he's got a little sting in the tail with a kick hairpin at the top there. But you've just got to be a bit committed. Of course, the wind isn't helping either. Sounding like a racing car driver with all of the as many excuses as under the face of the planet. Face of the planet, face of the sun. But yeah, that wind isn't helping. Mind that said, to be fair, nor is the sun. I'm sure you can see that in the GoPro. But yeah, the sun is very dazzling when you're at this angle, but then not too bad here. So let's get a bit of momentum for the climb. That's better, we can see now. Yeah, this is that kiss, that little sting in the tail with a bloody gate, right where you don't need the gate. Whoa. Whew. That's a toughie, that one. Is it gonna go? Whoa! Just. Right, that should be us. Leave it in gear and then get the gate. Wow, what a climb Summer Lodge is. Look at this for severity. Unbelievable, and what a view from the top. The only benefit, of course, having the sun in your eyes on the way up, is you get an amazing view on the way down, and you can see the farm just directly down there, those buildings, and how steep the climb is up to where we are at the moment. So let's see if I can get a little bit of angle on the camera so that you guys can get an appreciation. If I put the camera on a level, there the camera's pretty much horizontal, so yeah, quite steep as you can see. Now we are deep in Coverdale and we're just about to break away and start the climb up from Arkleside up to Dead Man's Hill. So it's not too much of a climb on the way up, it's a little bit steep and a little bit loose in place, but certainly the descent on the opposite side down into Nidderdale, that's where things could get very interesting indeed, because we'll be going down what's locally known as Dead Man's Hill. Dead Man's Hill, incidentally, is the namesake of the hill that we are actually climbing up and over. It's very, very steep, very bouldery rather than just steep and loose, but it is bouldery. And then we drop down to the infamous Scarhouse Reservoir. We cross over the dam wall and then we have a very difficult climb up the other side, up Scarhouse onto the moor top there. So yeah, arguably, aside of Summer Lodge, these two sections, the descent into Nidderdale and the climb back out of Nidderdale, arguably are going to be the two trickiest and most challenging of the route today. And here we are at the foot of the ascent out of Arkleside, and this looks like a to me gate. Now incidentally, we're going to be over here with the Pathkeeper scheme fairly shortly, probably about the same time that this video is released. You see these drainage gullies, or grips as they're called, these little mounds in the track here, they're all completely full. We'll be coming to dig those out to aid the drainage and enable the water to run off the track rather than run down the track and destroy the track. Did it about a year or so ago, and you can certainly see how they've all been filled in since. So yeah, it'll be a good day to again just put something back, get these drainage gullies dug out and sorted, and back to how they should be. They do make for good ramps though. So as you can see, not too much of a drama on the way up. Some nice little jumps. Okay, so this namesake here, this is Dead Man's Hill. This is the boundary line basically between Arkleside on one side and Nidderdale and Scarhouse Reservoir on the other. So we're going to get ourselves underway. We've got a little bit of level to do. Yep, go Rich. A little bit of level to do, and then we've got a very rocky and very steep bouldery descent. It comes at us pretty sharpish, and the last time I was over here, incidentally, was around about May-June time I think it was, with Hippodrome's Peak came to visit, and we came up in the opposite direction than we're travelling today. It is a beautiful part of the world, but that sense of trepidation as we know what is ahead of us. So pretty much where Richie is now, he's going to start the descent down what is locally known as Dead Man's Hill. And there we are, we can see it dropping away quite steeply. So let's get ourselves sorted, game face on, and probably not a vast amount of narration, folks. Oh, just take stock a second, pick a line, there we are. Yeah, some big boulders there. Once you just get yourself out of sync, as I was. But wow, we just start to get our first glimpses now of Nidderdale and Scarhouse Reservoir. I'm not sure sometimes which is worse, going up or down. They've both got the pros, both got the cons. Oh, nice one, Richie. Richie's getting the gate. And then I'll get it and close it. Wowzers indeed, look at that for severity of hill. Now, what belies is on the opposite side, over that way there, is the incredibly steep climb up, which I believe is just as rocky as well, so that certainly is going to be interesting to say the least. And down we go. Of course, the GoPro, as ever, and I say this all the time, it never picks up the severity of the gradient, but it also never ever picks up, you know, how big some of these rock drops are. You can possibly see by how much the handlebars of the bike are falling away from me as we go over. But yeah, look at this. I think I'm going to stay to the left here. Whoop. That was a peg, don't know whether you heard that. Bam! Certainly is food for having a decent, really good dab. Don't mind if I do. Really good bash plate on your bike. That milk bottle top tin foil thing that came off it, which is incidentally the factory fit. Man alive, you'll be looking at smashed oil filters now, I'm sure. And there we are down. That wasn't actually as bad, I guess. With a lot of these things, if you overthink it, which I quite often do, it's worse than actually doing it. Whew. That wasn't too bad, was it? All right, he said. So I'll get the bike pulled up here again. Now, incidentally, let's get rid of tail cam. We don't need you anymore, guys. Thank you. Now, incidentally, the reason I'm not putting the bike in gear is I am approaching new battery status, so I'm just making sure I keep the bike running. So, nice one. Let's go. So that's Dead Man's done. We're now down onto Scar House Reservoir. There can't be that many places where you actually get to ride across the damn wall, and this is fantastic. Just looking across there to my right, we are directly into the sun, so quite a bit of glare. And let's have a look over to the left, down into the valley of Nidderdale. And this is just incredible. So I'm going to enjoy this 30 seconds because this hill directly in front of me here, this is the climb out of Scar House. It's infamous and notorious. It's got quite a few big steps in it. And if I'm brutally honest, I'm not sure exactly how far up we're going to get. Hopefully we'll get to the top, but you never know, we might not. Thank you. So yes, this is one of those few times when you're trail riding where you most definitely have a little bit of a knot in your stomach and a little bit of a lump in your throat. Thank you. And there is the reservoir that we've just come across, and Dead Man's Hill over there to our right hand side. Right, so that's Richie away. Here we are, Scar House Reservoir. Let's get ourselves up this hill. Thank you. Okay, so as I say, I don't know how far up we're going to get, but we'll certainly give it our best shot. It certainly was challenging coming down, let alone going up. So the first section should be relatively inauspicious, bar a couple of drainage gullies, and then when we hit the hairpins, yes, that's certainly when we start to get into the chewy stuff. Of course, without saying this, one of my biggest concerns is the amount of water runoff that we've had, and has that gorged deep gullies into the track. I don't know, but I know one thing for sure. I'm going to find out in less than a minute's time. Cheers, buddy, thank you. And this is the start of the snarly bit. Thank you. So game face on. Size that rock. That's not too bad so far. So first section done. There's one of the gullies, and this is the bit that's quite tricky, is the big rocks. So around the hairpin we'll have the sun in our face, which is a bit less than ideal. So there's another. There we go. Right, so straight up here and across. One dab, I can live with that, let me tell you. Let's get across. Okay, so almost there, almost there. Centre looks good. Can't actually see for the sun now. Woohoo! Yeah, baby! Woohoo! That feels good. That feels good. That wasn't too bad. In all reality, that was better coming up that side than going up Deadman's. Right, let's get ready, you guys, and let's have a look around. Yeah. Couldn't see for the sun. So, Scar House Reservoir down there, Deadman's Hill on the opposite side. We've come down, along, over and up this incredible slope. Absolutely fantastic. Buzzing because of that, just buzzing. I am so pleased with that. Now to you enduro guys that are watching this, you're probably thinking, well, that's nothing, we do that all of the time. And on an enduro bike, absolutely yes, it is nothing. But on these big old heavy adventure bikes, 50/50 tyres, very part 1, 50/50 tyres, yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing with that. And I'll take that home tonight with a big smile on my face for sure. So we're going to work our way down across the tops now into Nidderdale itself, to a tiny little hamlet called Loft Houses, I believe it is, or Loft House. We climb up onto the top and then we're into the rather strangely named Kirkby Malzeard. I'm probably saying that wrong. And this sees us climbing up onto the top of the moor. It's a beautiful day. We've got a very late westing sun now. The day has pushed quite long in the tooth. But what's nice is we do have these little drainage gullies which give us nice little ramps. And the good thing about the ramps is it's nice and clear on the opposite side, so it's a good landing spot. Right, let's have a look at where yes we are. So we could go left there if we wanted to. It's kind of a triangle format up here. I think this is right. Yeah, this is correct. Okay then folks, so if you stuck with us to the end, then thank you very much for your company as always. We're high up on Kirkby Malzeard now, heading our way over towards Masham, I believe it is, and the Black Sheep Brewery. So we're high up on the moors, we've got a very westing sun. It's oh, there's an owl there. There's an owl just dropped down into the heather. Literally one of those big white barn owls, I think. Incredible. Yes, so if you stuck with us to the end, then thank you very much for your company. Richard and myself are going to enjoy these last few miles on the trails, and if you haven't done so already, then please hit that subscribe button. That does wonders for the YouTube channel, and please leave a comment. I'll do my level best to reply, positive or negative. So from me and Richie high up on the moors, we'll catch you for the next one folks. Cheers now, bye now, bye.